Hey everyone, Harry here to talk about an entirely new serious federal criminal violation involving Donald Trump. This one for money laundering and his company, Trump Media, which is the publisher or owner of Truth Social, the platform he uses to send the country his endearing missives. All right, as bet we have only a very little peek into this from one press report. From that peek, it looks to me like this is all quite preliminary, but we just have to add it to the ledger of the things that are, potential criminal problems for Trump. Okay, first, money laundering, as you may know, just means there's some money or cash that's typically cash that's an ill-gotten gain, and you have to launder it to make it clean to use it. So if you stop and think about it for a second, if you're a big-time drug dealer, gun dealer, at the end of the week and you've got stacks and stacks and stacks of cash. Now what? You can buy groceries with cash, but you're not going to walk into a car dealer, much less a real estate agency. You need to have a standard checking account, and you need to be able to take this ill-gotten gain, this crumpled up hundreds of thousands or more in money, and make it part of a bank account ledger so you can buy stuff with. And the process of making dirty, ill-gotten money into clean, part of the conventional consumer banking system, money is money laundering. Okay, so that's the accusation. The money that is being looked at as having been possibly laundered is $8 million in loans, a $2 million loan and a $6 million loan that came to Truth Media. And the reason it's being looked at, or the sort of sketchy and tantalizing details that we have from this one report, is it appears that it technically is listed as coming from two different entities, but if you do a little just shoe leather forensics, it leads fairly quickly to a man in Russia who is very connected with someone who's very connected with Putin. That's I could go more into it. The first guy's quite connected. The other is a family member or otherwise, but you can imagine that's pretty thin stuff so far. But it's enough to investigate. So the question is that they're looking into assiduously now is, did this guy have some ill-gotten gains, and were the loans of $8 million designed to launder them? Now, apparently, a tantalizing detail that we do have, the first $2 million loan, Don Trump Jr., who is on the board of this company, it's all the usual, well, it's many of them. Here are some members of the board: Kash Patel, Devin Nunes, have been a chief executive, in fact. So Trump Jr. is on top of this $2 million loan and is sending emails about it. So that's going to have to play out, and what that's about sure seems more serious and connected with his father and, say, the laptop Hunter Biden issue, but I digress. But the question is, do they somehow know about the laundering? And then another really strange detail that again indicates we are really at the beginning of an investigation in the Southern District of New York, by the way, that, they've been a hard-charging premier office. But the $6 million loan seemed to have come through by surprise to many of the executives there, which, yes, as weird as can be. And they were worried about the provenance of them. Maybe they knew something about the Russian guy. And in particular, one officer was very worried about it. He has since become a whistleblower. He left the company, took his information to the government, and that seems to be the origin of the whole investigation and why they are now, looking into it. but they were worried about it, and they were wondering, should they give back the money? I guess these are a few of the officers on the up and up, maybe in the Truth Media company, and they only had 12 million with that 8 million, so it was just decided it was just too much to give back, so they keep it. Now it's going to be really key. What were their suspicions? What were the discussions at the time, etc.? And as I say, there's a whistleblower on the scene to sort of provide it. Okay, a very preliminary inquiry. Nevertheless, as you total it up, and if you're keeping a score and wondering all the different possibilities, we have to add to the list a money laundering investigation that certainly touches on Trump Jr., certainly touches on Trump's company created as the mouthpiece for his social media transmissions, and possibly Trump himself. So that's probably going to germinate slowly, and there's a lot of other things that are going quite quick, but this is good to have in our in the background in the back pocket on the overall list. Okay, anything else big happens on it, I'll follow it, come to tell you about it. Until then, it might be a while, but until then, talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.